Right.
Yep.
Excellent. It's a story for AE.
It yes. Uh,
But it was funny, actually, for that panel, since we wanted more people to
we
see the
wanted our
Bardock
audience.
special, which
Yep.
was the big premiere there, which did very well. We were very happy with that. Basically, what we ended up doing was we took the 2-hour panel and we cut it in half.
Yeah, so we had 2 one-hour panels.
Yeah.
Splitting it into like a probably about a 20-minute or so of Q&A, and then we aired the video. And God, it's just such a weird experience standing in front of like people that like any of us who've actually been to an anime convention as an attendee. You're like, you've been in their seats. You know what like they're going through. It's like we are the people they came to see, and that was weird.
That was, as Taka said, very surreal.
The weirdest part, the panels were great. LK's panel, I mean, one of the key moments for me, aside from just hanging out with everyone and the maid cafe, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I think the 2 surreal moments for me really stick out, aside from hanging out with everybody, like 2 moments aside from that, would have to be how we were actually at one table with LK Crows, White Ash Alpha, Masako X, Lanny Bator, Kaiser Neko, Takahata 101, Doug, the Nostalgia Critic, Linkara,
And
Angry Joe, all playing the card game from Inglourious Bastards.
Now, for those of you who don't know what that game is, it's where they basically wrote a name of a celebrity or a famous character on the back of a playing card and put it on their forehead. So they have to figure out who this person is, and like you hand that card to your left, and like they have to ask questions in order to figure out who this person was. And I think the funniest story from that moment was basically almost everybody asked the same questions the first time, and Linkara's was God. So his questions were, am I fictional? And everybody started to laugh. Okay. Am I male or female? Little of both. Am I what am I, a shapeshifter? I guess, kind of. What am I, God? Just kind of God
So
in
he
the
won.
first round.
And the second moment, for me personally, I think we all have this kind of moment, is we were we did the anime radio panel at 12 o'clock, where we got to do a radio play with Travis Willingham, Laura Bailey, Wayne Grayson, Michael St. Nicholas, Brad Swell, Kyle LeBear, and we got to do this radio play with them, and it was just awesome. And I screwed up the first line. So proud of the entire radio play, because they cast all the roles out and they forgot to cast the first guy, and I kind of jumped up there and just started reading the line without reading it first. So but
Another thing about that panel is we got to warm up the crowd for that one, because the guests were about half hour late, weren't they?
oh yeah, because they were trying to get through the bloody convention center, and they're just being swamped by fans. And
God, that
just happens. Luckily, we didn't have that kind of issue like Travis and Laura or Wayne and Brad would have. But I mean, it was really fun warming up the crowd, gang raping crows on stage.
Mm-hmm. And anybody who hasn't seen the video, it's up on YouTube, so
Hopefully, we'll maybe get a big compilation video of that up eventually.
yeah.
But we actually went to lunch after that, and we came back to the LK's panel, and we were about 5 to 10 minutes late. And we were all walking in a line, and I'm guessing somehow behind Kaiser, Masako, Lanny, and Megami all got caught up by someone, because I was walking ahead of everybody. I just grabbed my badge, I just guessed, and I got to walk in. There's 600 people at least sitting in this room. I'm telling you, I'm like, hey, I know you! And everyone looks, and then Martin goes, Takahata 1-1 from TeamFourStar, and everyone cheers. I'm like, I'm not even like, that is a confidence builder. Let me tell you something.
Yep. Nothing like the roar of a crowd. And it all started just because of these parodies, I mean, and you gotta love, like, LK for starting up this abridged series thing, and as you know, he just finished his second season, and well, we don't want to give too much away about that, but you should definitely check it out. It was a fantastic episode. He had a fantastic second season.
Oh yeah, really, like the later stuff, like up on into the 40s, things get just terrific, unbelievable.
There are a lot of there are a lot of great abridgers out there. A lot of whom like really need to be like promoted just for how good they are. And I think one of them.
I think we can all just say this, and I know who you're going to say. Say it, Len.
Yep. Antfish.
Hey, fucking
Antfish
man.
and his
Oh yeah.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure abridged it has just been fantastic, episode to episode. I think out of all the series, including ours, I'm sorry, it has gotten the most consistent laugh basis out of me.
Oh,
And
wow.
I never watched JoJo, so
Actually, none of us have. Only, like, out of our entire group, only a few people have actually seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And it's hilarious. His characterization for each character and each voice, they're so distinct and hilarious.
that man has a brilliant brain when it comes to this sort of the sort of comedy that he does.
Oh, yeah.
And not to mention fantastic talent when it comes to his voice acting. Obviously, since we really sort of brought him aboard and really want him to be part of the group, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was, when we saw that, he was already a friend.
Yeah.
And the more and more of his talent we saw, the more we really, really wanted him in the show. It would be a great benefit to both us and people who watch the show, because he is just fantastic.
Yeah, anybody who hasn't seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Abridged yet, for God's sakes, go and check it out.
You can find it at Antfish TAS on YouTube.
Speaking of a new series, Masako X has debuted his own series.
Yes, he's decided to do a little bit of a solo project on the side from Naruto Abridged, with a little show called Camphor Abridged.
Yeah, I caught the first episode, and honestly, everything from the intro to some of the characterizations, I liked it.
Yeah, it's when I first heard about it, I was very
Wary.
a little bit wary because I've seen Camphor. I've seen a couple of episodes. It isn't. Part of me wants to call it popcorn entertainment, but this isn't even Orban Redenbacher. This is just really cheap stuff. And while you think that would make great material for a show like this, it's cheap in that it's pandering, it's fan servicey. It's just not
Soulless.
It's very soulless.
Yeah, think the Sailor Moon transformation sequences with blatant nudity and blatant just
It's Rama without class.
there you go. Not that I've seen Ranma.
But yeah, he did a lot of good things with it. It's got a very nice, well-rounded cast.
Masako has a fantastic range, especially when it comes to trying to do female voices. I mean, anybody who's seen Naruto Abridged will know this.
Oh yeah, yeah, especially with characters like Kurenai.
Hinata.
You hear them and you think, oh, who's playing that character? Because you do not expect it to be him or Hideki.
Masako knows his voice very well, and I guess that's why he does the series on That Guy with the Glasses, Masavox, and he's really worked with his own voice to the point where he knows exactly how to manipulate it to do what he needs it to do. Also, he's one of the sweetest guys you could ever meet.
Oh, he's so innocent. I wish to corrupt him.
It's adorable. Another abridger who, I think we all want, to be part of our series more, and we know we need him to be, we want him to be more popular than he is, because it seems like he's not necessarily downplayed, but he has done so much. HBI 2K.
Yeah. HBI 2K has been doing. He's on his third series by now, and some people would hear that and go, "Oh wow, he couldn't last through the first two." No, he finished the first two.
Yeah, he started off with Berserk, which was fantastic, and then Gantz, which
started slow and then built up so wonderfully.
I know. I loved every single episode of Gantz Abridged.
I think all of us look up to Berserk, and that's what a lot of our inspirations for writing was. I'll say that. Weird enough, my inspiration for writing is something that's completely backwards of my style. Hey, why not?
HBI is he is very good at conversational writing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he's got a great knack for characters playing off of each other, and great wit.
Yeah, he's like the Kevin Smith of us all. Very conversational driven. There's no scene that doesn't play off conversation, really. And unfortunately, I haven't watched a lot of his Escaflowne, but I know you guys do, so...
Well, I've only watched a little bit of it. I play a character in there. Little guy named Lando. Very fun.
Which is one of your best performances, I will say.
I have so much fun with him. I love that character. I love playing him so much. He's so psychotic.
And I actually cameoed in a couple episodes as a little kid.
Yes, you played Prince Sheed, and adorably so.
Aw, thank you very much. Adis.
And speaking of undersubscribed abridgers, Kaiser, you just completed your latest episode of Lupin, finally, correct?
I love how you say latest. That implies there's going to be more. Then,
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Eight